Now, there's some good news as far as the African Women's Chartered Accountants Forum is concerned. 20 years of existence, 2 decades. What a difference they've made as well. I take you back all the way to 2002. They were founded to encourage and support females in the industry. At the time, there weren't very many. I'm not going to give the numbers away, but that number has now grown significantly in that short space of time. I know it's 2 decades, but it's a short space of time to have made the impact that they have. Let's bring in to this African Women Chartered Accountants Forum Deputy President. There she is, Pumla Nhantsi, joining us. Pumla, congratulations. I didn't want to give the numbers away because when this was formed 2002, it was barely a few hundred chartered accountant females in South Africa, and then we have to break that down racially as well, and that was embarrassing how bad it was. But tell us the good news. Where are we now? We must be in the thousands.
Yeah, thank goodness. In 2002 we were actually at 407. Can you believe it? And I qualified when in 2010, 2009. So can you imagine, we were still in the hundreds. But now we're at 8,588 African female chartered accountants. So the industry's done well.
The organisation has done well, not just the industry as well. But why did we need, and it's not to take away from the incredible success of the organisation, but why did we need an African Women Chartered Accountants Forum? Why was it not happening organically and naturally?
And that's a really good question. The chartered accountancy degree itself is very tough. It's a very tough degree. It's one of the toughest degrees in the country, in the world. With African women in particular, we focused on them because they were dealing with all sorts of issues. So, for example, a young girl child is responsible for household a lot of the time. They need to clean, wash dishes, where their male counterparts may not have that responsibility, and that time can be allocated to their studies. So we thought that as women, we understand female issues, and in a South Africa like ours, we can intervene and assist these African females to be able to become these chartered accountants they want to be. So we thought that a focus was really needed in terms of the African girl child, because there were just too many issues that were coming in the way of them becoming chartered accountants. The numbers were too low. For example, now in terms of the APC exam, which they write, it's a competence exam, the numbers have dropped quite significantly again, and then in 2020. In 2021, they came up again.
That must have been due to COVID, though.
There's COVID, there's other issues, but we just noticed that the woman female aspirant chartered accountant was the one struggling the most. So there is a need to focus, to understand what the issues were, and we felt that because we are females and we have gone through this, we can actually assist.
My wife is about to write her APCs at the moment, and she's made the comment before to me that it's still a very male-dominated sector as well. So while the Accountants Forum, the Chartered Accountants Forum, is getting more African women and women into the industry, it's still very boy-heavy, isn't it, as well? Talk to me about opportunities beyond the qualification. Where does the forum go to next in assisting?
So we assist in many ways. We understand that the Chartered Accountancy qualification is a business degree, so there's so many avenues. So we've put together a lot of initiatives, some for entrepreneurs. Lots of CAs are going into the entrepreneurial space. Some are in fund management, some are in the financial space. So we've got a lot of different programs to assist all those accountants in their different spheres. So yeah, so your wife is welcome to be part of our organization as a friend of AWCA, of course, and to be part of the initiatives and also to volunteer if she would like to.
Yeah, no, I think there's going to be not just her, but I'm sure many women watching at the moment would be very, very keen on. I don't know how she does. She's far more intelligent than me. I could never do anything like chartered accounting, I can assure you as well. But the problem is it a good problem to have so many women in the forum now that you've helped as well? Because I imagine, as successful as you've been by getting the numbers up, can you handle more demand coming in? Have you grown with the numbers, or are you having to turn a lot of women away?
Oh, definitely not. So we've got a bursary fund that we run, and as part of our 20-year celebration next week, is to raise funds for this bursary fund. And so far we have taken 135 postgraduate students through to school and assisted them to become chartered accountants. The more money we have, the more we can help, to be quite honest. There's always capacity to help if you have the necessary resources. So we always have a call to action in terms of funding from all those who are interested in assisting us to make a bigger impact in the space.
And as I say goodbye to you very quickly, because I want to ask, how does someone get hold of you if they want to be involved? So that's the call to action. How do they get hold of you? Where do they go?
Please email us at administrator at awca.co.za, or you can just click on the website. Just Google AWCA. We will pop up. But just next week we have our 20th celebration, and we're very excited. We want to thank our sponsors and our advocates, and it's going to be a great time just to celebrate South Africa, women chartered accountancy in general, and how far we've gone in the last 20 years.
Changing thousands and thousands of lives and thousands of families as
Absolutely.
well. That's the real knock-on effect. A happy birthday then, I think, for next week. Happy 20th birthday for next week, and I appreciate you coming in, Pumla. Always good to see you. Pumla Nhantsi, African Women Chartered Accountants Forum Deputy President. 20 years, their birthday next week. You want to get involved, as you heard, you can go and find them on their website. Perhaps you are in a position where you can try and help the next African Chartered Accountants for Women here in South Africa.